Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about crate training and how we condition our dogs to the crate. First of all, I want to talk about the benefits of crate training and when it's likely we'll use a crate, but also the misconception about the crate. Firstly, even if your dog is not going to be in a crate full time, it's good practice to get your dog used to being in a crate, because at some point they will need to be in a crate, whether it be traveling in a car, going to the groomers or the vets, or even recovering after surgery. Some people see the crate as a negative thing, like a cage that we just lock the dog in, but they're seeing it through a human's eyes. And humans obviously like light open spaces, but dogs are denning animals, they like dark confined spaces, and that's why you tend to see them more underneath a chair or under the coffee table relaxing. The crate is a safe space where your dog can go and relax and feel secure, but it's also a good training aid to limit the access to the house so your dog can't practice undesirable behaviours like chewing the skirting board, chewing the carpet, or even barking up at the window. Dogs should never be forced in the crate and should always see it as a positive thing, so it's so important that you follow the step-by-step conditioning guide. Step 1. Meals in the crate. For the first few days I put all the dogs' meals in the crate. I walk up to the crate, put the dog's dinner inside, leaving the door wide open and not making any fuss at all. Some dogs will go straight in, but some dogs will need a little bit more help. At this stage it's super important to sit back and let the dog do this by themselves. Over a few meals, your dog will start to become more confident eating in the crate with the door wide open, and will start to jump straight in there as soon as they see you approaching with a food bowl. Step 2. Treat in, treat out. Now it's time to start encouraging the dog to go in and out the crate more frequently, again keeping the crate door wide open. As you can see, we throw the treat in the crate, and as soon as the dog has eaten the treat inside, we then throw a treat away from the crate. When the dog is doing this consistently, we can start to pair this going in the crate with a command like crate, place or bed. Say the command as the dog goes through the crate door to start with, and then mark and reward when the dog is inside. And then obviously throw a treat away from the crate to encourage the dog to come back out so you can perform your next rep. Continue to do this until your dog is doing this consistently and seeing this as a fun game. Step 3. Adding duration. Now the dog is comfortable going in and out of the crate, it's time to encourage the dog to stay in a little longer. We do this by throwing a treat inside the crate, and as soon as the dog is in the crate, we start to drop treats from above, taking your dog's focus to finding treats, dropping on the floor instead of being in the crate itself. Start off with 2 to 3 treats, and as soon as you see the dog become more comfortable, you can start adding more and more, increasing the amount of time that your dog is in the crate. Remember, during this step, the crate door still remains open. Step 4. Closing the door. Now we're at this stage, we can start to get the dog used to having the cage door closed. As you can see, I throw a treat into the crate and then start dropping treats from above whilst I close the crate door. To start with, I close the crate door for just a second, and as soon as the dog becomes more comfortable, I start to add more duration, being careful not to rush this step, as I don't want the dog to become uncomfortable at any time. Step 5. Walking away. Now it's time for the dog to get used to us walking away from the crate. We do this by throwing a treat into the crate, sprinkling a handful of treats into the crate from above, closing the door and walking away. It's super important that we return back to the crate immediately to start with, open the door and release the dog from the crate with a fuss and reward. Over time, as the dog becomes more confident, we can start to add more duration. It's important not to rush this step, because moving forward too quickly could allow your dog to have a negative association with the crate, and then you would need to seek help from a trainer. Your dog should see this as a game and fun at all times. Once you've carried out all these steps, you should have a calm dog within the crate and a dog that sees the crate as a positive place. If at any time your dog seems unsure about the crate, just go back to the previous step, making sure you do lots of repetitions and not moving forward until your dog's completely comfortable.